Hey everyone, welcome back to Brutal Reviews. Today we're talking about the UNERVER M11 electric mason jar vacuum sealer kit, the little black gadget that promises to vacuum seal your mason jars like a pro and save your food for months. When this thing works, people say it's easy to use, seals jars quickly, and feels like a super convenient tool for dry food storage and home canning. This product has been reviewed by thousands online, so clearly a lot of people like it. But several users had bad experiences, and based on reviews all over the internet, around 15% are negative, which is honestly way too high for a device that's supposed to protect your food. Because when a vacuum sealer fails, it doesn't just waste your money. It wastes your food. Issue number 1. It doesn't vacuum seal at all. Some users said the unit was basically defective right out of the box. One reviewer said they prepared everything perfectly, wiped the lids, followed the instructions, pressed the button, and the machine just clicked and counted down like it was working, but it didn't actually vacuum anything. That's not user error. That's a product pretending to work. Issue number 2. Battery life and charging problems. A major complaint is the battery system being unreliable. One user said it worked great for 2 uses, and on the 3rd attempt it completely refused to turn on, even though it showed fully charged. Another reviewer said the display kept flipping between screens until it drained itself dead, and the buttons stopped responding. So basically, the battery is like a toxic relationship. It gives you hope, then disappears when you need it most. Issue number 3. Weak motor that dies quickly. Several reviewers complained that the motor simply gives up after a few weeks. One person said it worked fine for about 10 weeks, then suddenly the motor wouldn't turn over anymore. They only heard a click. Another reviewer said the motor felt weak and the device became useless in under 3 months. That's not wear and tear. That's a product built like it's on a temporary trial subscription. Issue number 4. Wide mouth jar sealing is unreliable. This is a big one. Some buyers said the wide mouth feature is basically false advertising. One reviewer said the unit only turned on when the regular mouth adapter was locked in place, meaning wide mouth jars were useless. Another person sealed around 20 wide mouth jars, and then suddenly the wide mouth side stopped sealing completely. So if you mainly use wide mouth jars, congratulations, you just bought a machine that may not work for your jars. Issue number 5. Seal doesn't last and food gets spoiled. This is the scariest part. One user sealed jars and thought everything was fine, until later they found the lids sitting loosely on top. Another reviewer canned soups, vegetables, and fruit and later discovered multiple jars had lost their seal and the food was spoiled. That is unacceptable. A vacuum sealer that can't hold a seal is basically a food-wasting machine. Issue number 6. Durability is terrible for the price. Even people who liked it at first said it doesn't last. One reviewer said it worked great for a few days, then sat for a week and wouldn't charge or respond anymore. Another said the rubber seals feel like they'll wear out quickly, and pulling the device off the jar is already a struggle. So you're not buying a long-term kitchen tool. You're buying a gadget that might die before your next grocery run. Final verdict: the UNERVER M11 is one of those products that feels amazing when it works, but the problem is, too many people are saying it stops working fast, loses seals, fails on wide mouth jars, or dies completely. And for a vacuum sealer, reliability is literally the entire job. So my verdict? Skip it unless you enjoy gambling with your food storage. Buy link is in the description.